Omicron cases are rising by the day across the country. Testing and screening for the new variant have been ramped up across states to deal with the fifth variant of concern, which has left India unspared. Take a look.
Big Omicron scare across India, with the mutant now surfacing in the national capital, Delhi. Delhi Health Minister Satyendra Jain confirmed the first case of the Omicron variant of the coronavirus in Delhi. The patient, who returned from Tanzania, has been admitted to the special Omicron ward at the LNJP hospital in Delhi.
प्रीलिमिनरी रिपोर्ट के अंदर वो पॉजिटिव हैं ओमिक्रॉन से, फिर भी जो लैब से फाइनल रिपोर्ट इशू की जाएगी वो कल की जाएगी। सिम्टम जितने ज़्यादा होंगे उसी हिसाब से इलाज किया जाता है। ऑक्सीजन की थेरेपी है, स्टेरॉइड्स हैं, दवाइयाँ देनी है, वो सब कुछ सेम है, उसमें कोई ट्रीटमेंट प्रोटोकॉल में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं होता है, बट हाँ उसको आइसोलेट करने की जरूरत होती है, आइसोलेट किया गया है।
The patient has mild symptoms, including fever, which has now subsided, but he still has a sore throat and is under constant observation of the doctors.
ये एक पेशेंट ऐसा है जिसके हल्का गले में दर्द है और शुरू में हल्का बुखार था, तो उसके लिए हमने सिम्टोमेटिक ट्रीटमेंट दिया है। बॉडी एक है, थोड़ा हल्का बदन में दर्द है और थोड़ा वीकनेस है, और सबसे जो महत्वपूर्ण बात है ये है कि इनको रेस्पिरेटरी सिम्टम्स नहीं है, कफ नहीं है, खांसी नहीं है, रेस्पिरेटरी।
Screening has been intensified at the Mumbai International Airport after a South Africa returnee was detected with the Omicron variant on Saturday. The 33-year-old patient is a resident of Dombivli and is unvaccinated.
1 नवंबर से अभी तक जो इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट पे जो ट्रैवल किए हुए लोग हैं उन सभी की जांच की गई है और करीबन 3,800 लोगों की जांच की गई है, जिसमें सभी लोगों की जांच करते हुए 6 लोग पॉजिटिव आए हैं, लेकिन वो Omicron positive है ऐसा सिद्ध नहीं हुआ है।
Very importantly, there were 25 people along with this particular person who travelled from Delhi to Mumbai. All were traced out and all were found tested negative for COVID-19. More contact tracing is being done by the officials.
The civic body of Karnataka tracked down all the 10 people who arrived in the state from South Africa on November 20th and subsequently went missing.
ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಗಿದೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ.
As of now, the Chief Minister has stated that any area that has 3 or more COVID cases will now be declared as a cluster. Initially, it was 10 cases to be declared as a cluster. They have revised that.
The government at the centre has cautioned, asking states to focus on testing, tracking, treatment, screen international travellers and monitor emerging hotspots. Experts caution an impending third wave if the virus fight falters.
अभी का आकलन ये बताता है कि अगले साल के शुरू में अपने उच्चतम स्तर पे इसकी संख्या शायद 1 लाख से 1.5 लाख के बीच में जा सकती है, लेकिन जो मेरा अंदाज है कि जैसे जैसे संख्या बढ़ेगी थोड़ा बहुत रिस्ट्रिक्शन हर जगह लगने लगेंगे, तो शायद पीक उतना भी ना पहुंच पाए, 1 लाख भी ना पहुंच पाए, उससे कम ही रह जाए।
Vaccinating and using masks still remain critical for India, as it is no time to let the guard down. Bureau Report, India Today.
A top vaccine panel is going to be meeting. They are in fact meeting over the decision on additional doses as Omicron cases continue to spike across states. The National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization is meeting to discuss the additional dose, or third dose as they're calling it, for immunocompromised individuals. The vaccine panel officials have called it an additional dose and not a booster dose. Additional dose of vaccine is given to immunocompromised individuals when already administered vaccination doses are not providing adequate protection against the virus. The sense is that the immunity could be waning. Cancer patients, transplant patients, AIDS patients, among others, too fall in this category. As Omicron targets children in South Africa, as we've seen, many children are becoming ill. The vaccine panel is also discussing the need to vaccinate children in India. A draft policy document is ready, is what sources have indicated. Earlier, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandaviya had said vaccine panels are deliberating on this matter, both on children and for additional dose. And there is, in fact, some data which is awaited. Indian vaccine manufacturer Serum Institute has already sought a nod from the DCGI for their Covishield being used as a booster dose in the country. The National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization is meeting to discuss the third dose or the additional dose as they're calling it in the country, and also what should be the way forward when it comes to vaccinating children in India. This comes at a time when the World Health Organization, also remember, is all set to meet tomorrow to discuss the issue of boosters. Milan, the policy recommendations of the WHO on boosters is also expected tomorrow, and that is going to have a heavy bearing on what also India decides for boosters or third dose as they're calling it for its immunocompromised population, isn't it?
Right, Sneha, as you just mentioned, it's a very crucial meeting, and certainly along with NTAGI, the implications on what the WHO decides on boosters, that's what India is calling it, or a third or additional dose for immunocompromised people will be looked at. Today also there's a subgroup meeting of the NTAGI, the National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization, that's taking place, and the meeting is still on, but at this moment sources have told us that there hasn't been any consensus on the approval of the third dose for immunocompromised persons. Maybe at the end of the day we'll have more information, but crucially we'll also talk about what the implications on vaccines for children will be, because now we have data showing, and the experts from South Africa are saying that children between the ages of 2 to 5 until 18 are also getting infected with Omicron. We don't know what are the long-term implications of getting infected with the new variant as well, and which is why in India, as children's vaccinations have not even happened, they are due to take a call on that, even as we are looking at firming up of guidelines of children's vaccination in the country. And these are very important points. This subgroup meeting will decide further, and then further call will be taken by the higher NTAGI group in future.
All right. Thanks, Milan, for getting us up to speed with those developments as we speak. The meeting of the NTAGI group is still on, is what Milan is telling us.